How far does someone's obsession with control have to go before they see a pregnant woman taking a walk as a threat? My wife, Tara, was 7.5 months along when it happened. We just moved into our new neighborhood in Woodpine Trail's a quiet cul-de-sac with tree-lined sidewalks and slow joggers. The kind of place you imagine hearing wind chimes and lawn sprinklers, not police sirens. Karen Gellerman ruined that fantasy before we'd even unpacked. She was the self-appointed enforcer of the HOA, though no one remembered electing her. You'd spot her waddling around in her beat-up golf cart, clipboard in hand, lips tight like every neighbor owed her money. She once fined someone for having non-regulation wind chimes and tried to ticket a child's lemonade stand for unauthorized vending. We mostly ignored her. But on this particular morning, Tara had gone for a slow walk around the block. Doctor's orders. Keep moving, low impact, no stress. She wore a floppy sun hat and one of my oversized hoodies, sipping water and smiling at squirrels. What she didn't realize was that she'd crossed some invisible line Karen had drawn on her mental map of control. I was in the garage, unpacking baby gear, when I heard a tire squealing. I stepped out to see Karen's golf cart skidding to a stop on the edge of our driveway. Her face was red, twisted, and she was already screaming into her phone. She's trespassing. She's a vagrant. There's a suspicious person near my house and she won't leave. My heart stopped. I rushed to the street to see Tara frozen mid-step, wide-eyed, clutching her belly like it might fall if she moved. She looked at me, then at Karen, who was pointing at her like she'd caught a thief. That woman is stalking me. Karen barked to 911. She passed my house twice. She has no ID. She's hiding something under her sweater. It wasn't a sweater. It was our baby. When the officers showed up to patrol cars this time, Tara was trembling. One of the officers, young and clearly uncomfortable, approached gently. "Ma'am, are you okay?" Karen shouted from her cart. "She doesn't belong here." That's when Tara broke down. Through tears, she whispered, "I live right there. I'm just trying to breathe." I stepped in, voice cold. "Officer, we moved in 2 weeks ago. She's my wife. She's pregnant. And this woman just made a false report that could have endangered her." Karen didn't back off. "You people don't get how this works. If you don't obey the rules, this neighborhood falls apart." The senior officer turned to her. "What rule did she break, ma'am?" "She walked on the sidewalk near my house twice in one morning. I thought that would be the end of it. A write-up, maybe a warning. But the twist came from Officer Daniels, the older cop, who recognized Karen immediately. He said, "This isn't the first time. She called last month on a 10-year-old with a soccer ball. Claimed he was casing her yard." Karen stuttered. "Well, looked suspicious. Was just standing there." "His dog was pooping," Daniels replied dryly, "on his own lawn." Turns out there had been 9 calls over the last year, all unfounded, all targeting neighbors Karen felt uneasy about. The HOA had already warned her twice, but this time, she made a false 911 call that nearly caused a pregnant woman distress-related complications. Tara had high blood pressure. Stress could have sent her to the ER. I didn't stop there. With help from our attorney, who also happened to be my cousin, we filed a harassment complaint. Not just civil, criminal. We submitted the officer's statement, 911 recording, and video footage from our ring cam. Caught everything. Karen screaming, Tara crying. The officers trying to calm the situation as Karen doubled down with lies. The neighborhood erupted. Neighbors who once kept quiet spoke up. Mr. and Mrs. Patel down the street shared how Karen reported their daughter's quinceañera as an illegal gathering. A veteran across the cul-de-sac said she called animal control on his therapy dog. It snowballed. The HOA board met in emergency session and removed her from her position within a week. The county pressed charges for false reporting and malicious harassment. Karen cried in court, claimed she never meant to hurt anyone. But she wasn't crying when she called the cops. She was smirking. She pled guilty, got 90 days probation, community service, and mandatory counseling. Tara gave birth 2 weeks later, healthy baby girl named Hope. Fitting. Now, every time we walk past Karen's house, she pulls the blinds. No more golf cart. No more clipboard. And on our mailbox, there's a small wooden plaque Tara made with a woodburner pen. It says, "Breathe. You belong here." So tell Mua, is that too far? Or just far enough to finally stop her?